Hello again. We're back. Possibly. Ah, there we are. All right, I'm looking up my notes to see what we're up to today. All right, we got to go around and we got to fill all the locust traps. We got to go check out that one building and search more around here. Talk to these people. There's the thing with the letter. I gotta go back and talk to Everfart. Kitty fart. Alright, we gotta get this out first. Boom, boom. Okay. Boop. And, okay. Oops. So now we know. We gotta find the Indonesian phasmid. No problemo. Alright, 2 signatures. Find someone to sign the documents instead the intent what? Find someone to sign the document instead the intended signees. Instead of. Possibly. Forge the signatures, but somewhere private where you feel safe enough to sleep. I need a pen. I might need to go talk to. Let's go. Fill up the last trap. 8:45 in the morning. I've got my silky leopard onesie on. I'm now a secret furry, I think. We'll fill this trap. Back here? Yes, yes, yes. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
Probably something that is no longer there.
He looks at the hunching concrete toad in front of him. Okay. Yeah, this was, I already did the... lovely sound. What is happening? One more door. I want this one. Though we are thinking about this homosexual undergrad. Which one do we want to get rid of next? This one's a good one. Caustic Echo, -1 authority. Oh, motoric skills raised by 1. 300 experience on completion. Anti-object task force. Okay. Jamrock shuffle. Bonus from the thought. Find better locked containers. That's it. Oh, find better loot. That's not a bad one, though. Long way home. Learning cap for perception raised to 5, but my learning cap base is like 4. Right? It's like already over that. Interesting. What about magnesium base life test 2 volition, -1 logic? Anyway, put in the cart before the horse. I wanna do a crocodile mar. Tug, tug.
The reeds dance slowly around the empty trap. The trap's netting trembles in the cold rain. No insect sounds or movement anywhere.
Release the locusts into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
They're gonna die in the cold.
Good. Now that's done. When can we get to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
This is all part of everything. Don't worry, Kim. Come over here last time. I think I did. Alright. The frick was that? Ice, like, cracking and crumbling? Ugh, went the wrong way. I don't have the music on because I keep getting copyright strike for all the frickin' sea power music. Annoying. I just turned it off. It's kind of eerie without any music going. It's a shame though, I love the music in this game. It's really lovely. This sign reads St. Brune 1147. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. Money. I magically teleported it. Oh. An altar shrouded in the dark or something like that. It's too dark to tell. I'm getting sound skipping. Let's talk to this girl.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where is your hat?
Huh?
Check, what the fuck?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
True. I don't have to do anything. I'm the law. You have to do what the law says. I should. And I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises.
Oh, regain authority in her eyes. No, that's okay. Let's beat up this little girl. We're not even good at it. What does it mean?
Lots of feeling. Feel it up. Way up.
Oh my god, fuck the hat. Is that what you just said to me? I can't believe you told me to fuck the hat.
You're saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right. Maybe add more indignation.
Just take this hat I'm wearing and fuck it, right? Point your head where the hat's located. Engage in sexual intercourse with a hat right here in front of you because you told me so on the sea ice.
More.
Right here on the sea ice.
More.
Give me... Oh, let's see. Give you a little ice cop hat fuck show. Puff your cheeks as if you can't even breathe from the sheer indignity of the affront.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his eyes.
I can't believe you would
unsure
do this.
how to react.
I'm an officer of the law.
The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball.
This is terrible. I'm not gonna start crying. Anyway, I can't believe you used obscenities like that in front of a police officer, and you should...
The words are stuck in your throat. All that comes out is tears pouring down your face. The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires, waiting for the lecture to end. But now she hears sobbing.
Just having a meltdown. Oh my god.
Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40. His face bloated from alcohol and God knows what else. Not so quietly, crying.
This isn't really about the hat, is it?
It is. It so is. You should wear a hat. That's it. That's what I wanted to say.
I swear to God, I will always wear a hat from now on.
Would it be alright? Get that. My work here is done. All I needed to do was go around and tell citizens to wear their hats in the cold. It'd be all right if I asked you some questions now.
You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Life's a horror, you know?
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Crying helps, though. Get it out your system. And then maybe we can talk. Okay? I'll be here.
Kim's like, what the fuck? You... Having looked away during the final phase of your little episode, the lieutenant now addresses you.
Do you want to talk about what just happened?
No. What's there to talk about?
Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings, especially on duty. But I think this is an exceptional case.
Wow.
So, what do you think happened?
Convince yourself you didn't melt down just now. A crygasm. Let's not say that. That's weird. I experienced a minor malfunction. I'm okay now.
Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on?
Yes, it's my duty after all. Absolutely. Superstars always get back up and try again.
Then, let's go.
I'm fine, Kim. Let's bother these people.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this. I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. A pile of nasal spray, brand names NasoFed Ultra. Okay. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Okay, kitty.
Hello, I'm Andre.
Shake.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast strange music.
Together with a Cell Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need, the place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Reversholt.
Strike that. The world.
The world?
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What am I? I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Yeah. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dope heads and burnouts?
They're spooky.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Please have more important things to do. I'll make up my mind later. I have questions for you now. I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
How long have those people been locked? Okay, what about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Can I be cool? I can be cool. Catch the key as it flies towards my face.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Bask in the glory. No. Thanks, man. Play it cool.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something.
And how long have these people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is probably not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that. Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Right, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
Glimpses? Who are these people? Secret agents? Stealth operatives?
Haven't seen them and you want the police involved.
Well, there's also the machinery. When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Water?
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about something watching you?
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human? As in a ghost? Do you know what he means? Non-human means a predator.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
Doesn't human also mean a predator, though? A crab man.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Are you sure there wasn't a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally
there was.
see it. Estelle was alone that time. but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is he afraid?
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
Jacked up on some snuff station.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on and jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff. We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
So how can you be sure they're burnout and dope heads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
Okay. All right, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of Ecclesiastes. You mentioned some kind Ecclesiastes own the church? Some kind of Ecclesiastes own the church? Who are these Ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Before we go on, what do you mean by meteorin? Ah, the founding party. I do know them. You refresh my memory. Mask it. Now humor me, Andre. What is this founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a dance club in one of their churches?
Totally.
The Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
Okay.
Love is hardcore.
Okay.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Yeah, let's just enjoy the beat for a second.
Feels good.
I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you.
Formidable failure.
The world is silent.
Oh, that's sad. I'm all alone. How sad. Sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise.
Are we?
He looks
Yeah!
mysteriously. Yeah. I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anhedonic music is about love, and so is the Pericanassian church. Now, this is too much. No sane organization would want this level of absurdity in their church. No, it's about love, man, and anhedonic dance music. Disco would say do it.
Yeah! Yakokata, the place to be. Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if they get this club going. You've got it in you.
I want to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Mm-hmm. Hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Wait, I also smell ether. Ether? Why do I smell that?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No,
It's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. A shrug is good enough for us. Why say it when you can shrug it?
What's with all the nasofed?
The what now?
Point to the bottles of nasal spray. The nasofed ultra. You have a lot of it laying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter, can't even breathe.
Hey, you sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Good. I have some nose problems too.
Sure.
Thanks.
Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
All right, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
I'm not very smart, am I? Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Let's take a moment to analyze.
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
And what's the gist of it?
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete.
Look
Their
at us.
story checks out.
We're so clever.
It still feels as if this didn't quite go as it should have.
Yeah,
But
it's fine. I'm sure that's it for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
All right, let's talk to this guy.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
The skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Tell me about the machine you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked-up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes headfirst into the supernatural.
What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
The supernatural. So you think it's real? That it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
And why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
I don't understand what that means.
I can see that. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve sign synchronicity would be by getting us into the church.
Okay, maybe I'll come back later. Hello.
a young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player. nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile.
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent!
Still say nothing.
All core! All right! Yeah!
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Can I figure him out?
The
I
young
just
man
forget.
with the tape recorder.
This is hardcore.
Say nothing. Is it?
It's hardcore!
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Ooh.
Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that it is.
What is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It's only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Try to think if anything could make it hardcore.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Oh dear.
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
Feel the movement of blood through your head.
The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm, the inspiration behind mathematics.
I have passed this check before. I don't think I've ever had endurance answer this question. I don't think so. Interesting.
The hardcore.
My imagination fails me. Oh, because they need conceptualization or something? Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I know! So does mine!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Wait, I just remembered something. Wait. I'm the police?
Uh-huh.
Maybe the police isn't going to help. Actually, it's more likely to hinder. Nothing. Me being police isn't going to help us.
Oh!
Something. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else. Something extra.
Yeah!
I got schmutzy in my eye. That's what I need. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Unless you were thinking Reverchal imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
You're right, I wasn't thinking that.
Hardcore superstar!
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Palaceum. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
Why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth.
I could be a communist. If you want that, do you want me to be a communist?
Weird.
Please don't turn him into a communist.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
Don't be a communist. Wait, what am I saying? Of course be a communist. Don't be a communist. That path is too hardcore. The future needs your help, kid.
Aye!
Cool. Tell me something else, Egghead.
Communism rules the nation!
Cool. Right on, comrade, luminary.
Here comes the sun!
You could swear you feel the bright future of the working classes reflected of Jermaine Egghead's giant smile and right onto your face. Revolution makes your toes curl in anticipation.
Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back.
Really?
Yeah! I think so.
Doesn't sound like a thing that would happen.
But that's what everybody saw. Explain it as you please. But it doesn't really do to just deny it ever happened.
Okay. Okay. I got the beat of my heart.
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every caudate animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The Omen makes a sudden move like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes the song really stick so that you can't get it out of your head anymore.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know. I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
Okay, I'll look into it. I'm in an official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats go harder. All right, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation. Yes, we need the police to make the beats go harder. That sounds...
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches,
It feels
like
cold.
bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
It feels cold.
Does it?
Rue de Saint-Gislain. I've been there.
Oh, I know. I know this. I can tell you where it is.
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the Whirling in Rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the
I knew that. I could have said that.
mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway,
Shake it off.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Isn't it? Well, I have the sad song, but in the pervert tape. Alright.
All right!
I have a sense I should go to Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Alright. Oh, poor Kim's just out here in the wind, in the rain. Let's talk to Estelle about the crab man.
So, like, seriously, what's eating you, man?
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing, and she wears thick black eyeliner. Most men wouldn't call her pretty. There is a manliness to her, a coarseness.
Yeah, can we talk for a minute?
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up?
I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class, shackling the doers. I think it's all these foreign people. Yeah, no, people just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. This is very interesting because he's obviously using this kind of bigger political concern that's like kind of big and abstract to cover this very real personal issue he's having. And I feel like a lot of people do that. They get really angry about this very kind of abstract thing that doesn't affect their lives or whatever. Like military spending or whatever. Like to cover for like the shit that's going on right in front of them. Because that's easier to get mad at than like people or circumstances in your life. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers is a slow pace of social progress.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable is all. No, it's probably not it, is it?
No, it sounds like you just got chick issues.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had just the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit.
Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic. Don't you think?
Yeah, I found it to be very symbolic, too.
Okay. What else?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Wait, what do you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world. Might have a point. Yeah.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What's this Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing, then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
You were wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
Seems too ludicrous for a lie.
I guess so. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
High above and to the east, the cold winds blow over the feathers of an early songbird. She lands on the stone ledge of a tall building, her beak a silvery grey.
Aha! Okay. Maybe I'll ask later about this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but
What's that device you have there?
this is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
It's true. How does the thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where did you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
And what's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Sounds like for congregating homosexuals. No. Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
Hey, didn't Piss and Fuck the World mention Van Eyck too?
Is it like a skull thing?
A skull thing? Man, you sound like 100 years old when you say that.
No, you don't. She's mistaken you for an old person. Say you're cool.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years. Nor do I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a rec tape player and a completely trashed hostel room. It means I'm hip beyond my years.
That's cool.
You're right. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the old headphones?
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks? The footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
The girl is cold all of a sudden.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high. She is on some kind of stimulant, amphetamine or methadone, and its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now, and fewer peaks.
Take this, you're cold.
Aw.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
This is where a hat would come in handy. Give her my hat. Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
You said it's supposed to be a music place. Did you mean the one Andrea's got planned, the church?
Yeah, the boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
The boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, inside the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Didn't you see it yourself? It's mostly music stuff. Like this tape recorder, but bigger.
Why not leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
You said it's supposed to be... Okay, I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
Tell me about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become, like, a club. For Nordic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that... Yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church. A mean wind comes billowing in. The 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for Anodic music here. Not in a million years.
What is Anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic. Music that's made with electronic instruments.
Okay, kitty. Hey, she's messing all my stuff up. What just happened? Don't worry about it. Okay. Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
Enough about the church then. I had another question.
Go ahead.
Empathy.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
Okay. These kids need brain power and not exactly the brain power type. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's come over here so we get like a really cool view of everything.
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flecks some more wet snow from above. The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. You look around.
What's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of San Martin. A boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
What is there?
Below the old mines, l'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume,
Le Royaume?
where the Philippian kings were interred. with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers, leaf gold still remains on the double door of the morning.
La Petite Rat.
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper.
After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safre and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty. Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything immediately and go looking for this hoard.
So I get the sense that this old suzerainty was kind of a sun-based, maybe not religion, but it's like they've got mirrors set up to direct the sun into the burial grounds of their highest kings, and their symbol is the 6 sun dogs or whatever that they first saw. So the sun with like atmospheric anomaly where you see multiple suns in the sky, and they've got, you know, the crypto fascist who's a nationalist has the frickin' sun symbol behind his head. Interesting. Let's see. Wipe the snow from your shoulder.
Few Petira return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
That's out in Coal City.
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
That's all?
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
And further?
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood.
What's in the north?
The abandoned church, one of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Les Sept Sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the revolution.
The set shows 6, like the 6 sun dogs. So they built 6 churches. Interesting. And further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the islets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection. Way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
And on the other side of the inlet?
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that, before the curtains are drawn.
The Bay of Revachol. Vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air-brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos, wild pines, Zam, Maurien, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
To the south.
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox?
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since. The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
But still.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
And further south?
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning. Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens, and the chop shops of the Zemlyaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
For what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
Could it be looking for? I mean, there's Lovecraftian vibes, but a body maybe? Interesting. What's above?
More Coalition aerostatics. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. One large airship carries crates in its belly.
And what's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret of the sands, Win.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it. But who knows?
Stomp your feet and warm up, brushing off the snow.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up?
I love shivers checks. So I'm gonna check my clothes here. Oh, I got the piss jacket, drama, no fucks given, -1 authority. Wait, I'm a detective? Fuck the world, half-light, darkening world, -1 intellect, inelegant statement. Okay. Okay. Allergies. Reaction speed. Oh. Yeah, that'll work. I'll have my super logic hat on. Maybe not. Or my perception hat. That's probably a good one. My electrochemistry pants. I really don't need any electrochemistry at the moment. My esprit de corps and shivers. What's this one giving me? Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Ooh. Gonna be super smart. Read a court and visual calculus. Drama. Savoir faire. I think I have my logic glasses on. Endurance. What am I wearing as a shirt? My logic shirt. I have to be very logical very soon. We'll see. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Oh, like there's balls on the ground. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. Probably.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the headset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
It might be. What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely.
Oh.
Even the animals have died.
What kind of pets did you have?
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Put in 10 more cents.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
I'm just prank calling. What's wrong with that?
Hello, Gerard speaking.
What a douche name. Change it. Change your name.
What are you, like 5?
His voice shouts something in the background and then speaks again. His voice is hushed.
Thanks for calling, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
I've never done that one before. Another number. Let's see.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright?
Yeah,
I
but
just need till tonight. Let me work.
yeah, but slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling Rags and Martinez. We could be a bit kinder to each other, don't you think? Consider your debt paid, my friend. You seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer. Who is this?
You got the wrong number. Don't call here again.
Disconnect tone.
He's ready to move on.
Calling.
I'm tired.
Man answers fast this time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. You hear typing in the background.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
I'm tired too. What are you tired of?
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
All right, dial a random number with your eyes closed.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up. And repeat the motion. Twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Wait, what did I just do?
You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. Some far-off nation-state.
Keep dialing.
414447. 17361.
Your fingers.
Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling. Yes, 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks.
Foreign phone numbers are always weird to look at. I've been having scam calls from China, of all places, and they're in Chinese, so I don't even know what they want. Every time I see those numbers, I'm like, get this. What? This isn't a phone number. What's going on?
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away. A distant network of phones, calling in the night. Pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rise with each ring, calling still, ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
Long windows. How do I know that?
You just do. And you know it is going to hurt.
Kim?
The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.
Oh, it's too late. Try to hang up.
You can't. Some strange force is keeping the headset glued to your hand. Your ear listening to the ring in the speaker. Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
About to die. Hello?
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing.
Don't react.
It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
I can't tell you who I am. I have a secret plan to win mankind 3,000 years of peace on this planet. I have to be vaguely, ominously vague. Let's see. Your voice is so beautiful.
No. It's you, isn't it?
I want to die.
It's you.
Let's be positive. Goodbye.
A sigh. She heard you, but she does not hang up. And neither do you. You can't. That's it. You're caught in a trap. It'll take quite a while for the shit circus to end now.
I don't want to say this is sad.
What?
I don't know why I just said that.
Oh no. Is that you?
Always a great way to be greeted. Oh no, it's you. Well, yeah, but I can't tell you who I am. I have a secret plan to win mankind 3,000 years of peace on this planet. I have to be ominously vague.
You're not ominous, Harry. You're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Oh, God.
Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
She sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Where are you? You sound like you're in another world.
I'm in Morova, sleeping.
Where are you going in 2 hours?
To work.
Where?
The academy, where I work.
Academy? That sounds better than my job. I'm happy.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper. What are you doing to yourself right now?
I'm making a funny prank call.
Fun? You need to stop. Harry, you're killing yourself.
Let's see. I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man.
She does not answer anymore.
I'm gonna solve it.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
I'm gonna solve it. And then I'm gonna...
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The machine eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear. In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted. Calling, 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 calling. It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
Why?
Come on, you know why.
Fine.
The headset lands in the cradle with a clank.
Interesting. Can you call later? You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. Yeah, apparently they do.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Touch it.
The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
I think this is the jacket the idiot Doom Spiral guy wanted me to find.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned.
That's right, I take all the clothes. Hello? I got beer bottles. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Why would they paint it red? You? Ooh. Mega Binos prescription lenses. Let's see what we got. +2 encyclopedia. Discover your inner Beano. Negative perception. Nausea-induced hell glasses. Sometimes to know the world, you can't look at it. This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what. You can't even tell what brand it is.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
And how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
I'm tough.
Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Eee, flick your hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster.
Fling it.
You'll never get the smell out.
Ew. Okay. I want to know...
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão.
Yeah, let's... Coin-operated weighing machine that hasn't been used for decades. I need... This guy? Ooh, postcard. This. This one has hell written on its back. It cannot be further from the truth. It's the boom years, and Kuran, the nicest district in Revachol West, is enjoying a sun-drenched day. Tall and handsome buildings rise from the riverside, steel, iron, and yellow limestone, with cloud shadows sliding on the facades. Very cool. A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. Money. Alright. What's this? Big wine canister. It's open and empty.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on. That is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Keep it in now. Don't overreact.
What is it?
Breathe. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Kim, what's that smell?
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
Careful, these floorboards look rotten and weak.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
Lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. The two bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body.
Study
Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom-made.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits. When damp, these boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance here. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
That's hard to say.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us.
He looks at 2 other bottles near the coin-operating viewer, then at your yellow plastic bag.
I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
And who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband, dead on the boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
The leather jacket, it matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
And what do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
You're right. Connecting it with the lynching is a stretch.
Without any further evidence, yes.
Do you think he was a drunk?
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the Pox.
Someone be held responsible for this broken boardwalk? It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
And what should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about a field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Well, yeah, but doesn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Well, we found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Alright. Coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. I will not be stealing these cans while there is a corpse laying here. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. We've been out here making moonshine, or they just come out here to drink and there's just a lot of fucking beer bottles. Go this way really quick and then we'll go in the church.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Can you still shoot, though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulders. It's reflex.
I guess if you're aiming center mass, you really don't need to see that well, I guess.
Hello again.
You look like someone who has money. Do you have money? No, I'm asking that.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow's just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Way to be depresso, Kim. Turn away. Okay, I got a thing. Before we go any farther, let's see what we want to get rid of. Pain threshold. Learning for speed gives 1 psi. I haven't done any speed yet. Plus 2 volition. Gem a vu plus 1 XP for every orb clicked. Plus 1 rhetoric. Rigorous self-critique. Jamrock shuffle. Maybe I will forget the Jamrock shuffle. Because all it did was find better. Oh, it gives me better loot though. I really need it though. Let's see. Learning for logic raised to 4. Anti-object task 4. Force. Let's see. Plus 3 all motoretics caps learned by 1. Jamais vu derealization plus 1 XP for. Okay, they're also good though. Let's do Lonesome Lone Way Home. And then I would like. Need to do another one too. Wompty Dompty Dom. It gives you a lot of stuff, but one more door. That's a good one. I don't have it yet. Boca Del Mar is definitely one I want right now. As long as it's gonna take 7 hours. Oh, it's gonna be an all-day thing. I think the homosexual underground's like 20 hours. Oh my god. I'm thinking deep thoughts, Kim. Let's go. Let's actually.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Open the padlock with the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Feels like electricity and a very small piece of nothingness.
Let's go.
All right.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Do, do, do. All right, I think I'm actually going to leave this here for now. I have things to do, and tomorrow I'll probably play for a heck of a lot longer. And we will get into the church. Finally, take me to church. And he's like, what the frick? Huh? What the actual frick? See, I'm not crazy. There's really a cat right there. Oh dear. You're knocking the microphone. He's like, me, lady, you did it. Alright, well, if you had fun today, please like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow live, making more shorts, TikToks, and all that fun stuff. All the fun stuff. Cat's like, leave me alone, lady. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!